Hello my friends and welcome to a new art project on my channel. My name is Olivio, I'm a professional designer from Vienna, Austria, and let's get started with this tutorial. This will happen in 2 episodes, so this is the first episode for the art project, and as you can see today, this is inspired by the video game Samorost 3, which has a very cute art style, as you can see in the background here from this video. And one of the key features of this, I think, from this aesthetic is that you can see it's stitched together from different elements and you can still see that it is stitched together. So it has this kind of atmosphere like in a theater where you can look beyond the make-believe, but this makes it especially interesting because it allows you to fill in the gaps with your own creativity and imagination. So let's get started here. I've selected some photos from the internet and we will put them together, stitch them together to a cute scene. So this is our starting point basically. And over here I have these pictures. I will link all of them in the video description. I will start first with this mushroom here and we will cut this out and copy it over to the other image. And you can see that I will, let's get started here. I will roughly cut it out, so afterwards I can use my eraser tool to make adjustments based on the background, so I have a lot of freedom. By the way, I'm going to hold my shift key, as you can see here, because this allows me to create straight lines with my lasso tool. Let's go to new. Okay, so let's make a selection over here, holding the shift key. I'm gonna start here, selecting a large part of this. We will probably erase a lot of this afterwards, but this doesn't matter. It just gives us some more material to work with in the other picture. Also down here where it's blurred, I want to have some more freedom to erase something, to play around with that afterwards. And the cool thing about this art style is we don't have to be super precise because it actually should look stitched together. So I will leave off here from my shift key. So this is the first selection. Then I use my space key to get this little hand to move the picture upward. Now I switch to the add mode for my lasso tool. So it adds a second selection area. Let's start here again, holding the shift key. I will quickly select the outside of the mushroom. So in these areas, I want to be a bit tighter to the actual edge of the mushroom. There we go. And below where it's getting blurred, again, we will leave a little bit over to play around with to see what we can do in the final picture. So here I'm going more rough. Here I'm going less rough. So there we go. This is our selection for the mushroom. Edit copy and then go over here and edit past. There we have our mushroom in the picture. Now I can close the other file so we save our RAM or memory. Okay, and I want to actually place this mushroom here and then turn it into a house. So let's see. Let's place it in front of these 2 smaller mushrooms. Maybe we can use them later on, place it a little bit over there so we still have them in the picture. You can see now we can lose a lot of the material that I selected before. I want to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So, okay. And now comes the part where we use our eraser tool. And the cool thing about the eraser tool is it works like a brush, so you can go over here and select different brushes. I have some that I've downloaded from the internet. I'm going to use a drawing brush, for example, this one or this one, because the benefit of that is that it's not smooth edges, so it will hide in all of the stuff that's going on. It will hide a little bit what I'm doing. So let's start here. Let's see how big is this with the preview. Okay. So you can see that this gives like cut out edges. Maybe make this a bit smaller. It's a bit too heavy. You can see when I go here a little bit, this gives cut out edges. So it makes it much easier to blend it with the black background and make it seem like the stuff kind of belongs here. So that's a lot of benefit for us. And of course, you can always also use your selection tool to make a selection to protect some parts that you don't want to have infected by this, or affected, not infected, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So now I go back to another brush that is just a round brush, make it a little bit softer. There we go, hardness maybe down to 10%, make the size bigger. Maybe even bigger, like this. Make the hardness, make it harder. Yeah, make it smaller. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, let's go in here. And now we can take away the parts that we don't need and still have the freedom to choose how much we want to leave over. So this is why I cut out not too close to the mushroom, so we have a little bit of room to play. Whoops, okay, that was too much. There we go. Okay, let's go up here. Do the same up here. And I find this kind of art style, like I said, I find it nice because it's more playful. It doesn't have to be too perfect. There can be some edges in there. You can really see afterwards that you have used your tools, used your eraser, stitched it together in the photo program. It's not a problem. Because this makes it cuter and more, I don't know, it makes your imagination of the viewer more active. He has to fill in the gaps instead of you making it perfect from the start. There we go. There is here a little bit over to this part. There we go. And when we're done with this, we are already putting in the windows. I'm not concerned right now with blending the colors or creating an atmosphere or anything like that. I only want to put it into the picture right now and make it look nice in a way that fits my, I don't know, my imagination or where I want to go with the picture. Let's go a little bit smaller here. This size maybe, that's okay. Good, I just want to have, because this is quite different to the background, I want to cut this out a little bit more. Not going into too much detail, but still kind of have a nice look for that. There we go. Okay, that should be good enough. Yeah, let's take this away. Okay, there we go. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. Okay, so let's go to the next step and you will see this is really nice in the way how quick it is and how without fitting it perfectly, it looks even more interesting. So here we want to fit some windows into the mushroom. You can see, by the way, my files are pretty low resolution. Reason for that is that I have to record the video and create the picture at the same time. So I have to use quite a lower resolution than I normally would because I don't have the best computer in the world. So, but of course you could and should use a higher resolution if your computer allows it. So let's go select these parts here for the window. There we go. Let's see. I will copy this over here, fit it in there. There we go. Okay, maybe make this a little bit bigger. There we go. And you can see, even if the perspective isn't 100% perfect, it still looks cool. It looks nice, it looks cute, so it's really a very nice technique, a very nice art style to use. We have here this little blemish, but I think it's outside of the range of the window, so it's still okay to have it in there. Let's take another window from the other side. Wait, I will deselect this, Control and D to deselect. Let's take this window over here real quick. There we go. I take a little bit of the stone too, and here take a little bit of the shadow. There we go. And it's so fun to create these fantasy worlds in this very easy art style. Because it's so intuitive and because it's so quick, you can use a lot more of imagination and have to, like, getting away from all of the fear of perfection and getting more into playing around and creating a nice, believable atmosphere and art style. So let's copy this over here. See how it works with the edges. There we go. And I can always go in here with my eraser tool and cut things if I feel like it's maybe too much. I can erase stuff. So make this window maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. That's okay. I want to erase it a little bit on the side here. There we go. Take away. Whoops. Okay, that wasn't good. I want to take away a little bit of these brighter spots here. That's a bit too much, I feel. There we go. Okay, nice. Should we leave that? Maybe leave that, that's okay. Good. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty cute. That is pretty nice. I want to see if I can fit the door in here or if that would be already too much. I mean, the door could always be on the back side. Oh, I see that we have this kind of, what is it called here? This element here in front of the door. So maybe not use the door in this episode. I will figure it out for the next episode. What we can do, though, is try to fit in one of those. Let's see if that looks good or not. Control D just to deselect. I don't know if anything was still selected, but just to be sure. Okay, let's take these elements here and see, just to test it out, because a lot of this is playing around, fooling around, trying to see what fits. And you can use any kind of elements you want. So be really creative and free with this. There we go, up here. Let's see if this fits or not. I have not prepared anything of this. I just selected the pictures. So, and this is, I feel like, kind of important to keep this kind of freedom and playfulness. Don't prepare too much. So let's see. Maybe I put this completely on the edge here. And like I said, not caring at the moment about blending the elements together. This is really not a concern right now. I will save this right now so we are not losing it in case the software is crashing. Mushroom house, there we go. Okay, so, wow, takes a little bit. The next thing I want to do is to introduce some other elements around the house, creating more atmosphere. So what else do we have? Let's look at my folder. We have these little mushrooms. I wanted to put them on top of the bigger mushroom. There is a bucket. Oh, this one. Let's put this one in there. That's good. Let's use the selection tool again. I think I will leave out this metal part down there. Don't really feel like we need that. Let's select this real quick. Should we? Yeah, let's. There we go. This time we have a blue-black background, so I'm not sure if this might be, but it shouldn't be a problem actually. And I will blend the colors in the last episode together to make it more fitting the different elements. Not 100%, but well enough so it's nicely fitting together atmosphere. I don't really know the right words to explain this right now. Make it believable in a theater kind of sense. I don't know. You have to see the next episode. I'm sorry, I'm lacking the English words to really explain that, what I mean with that. So there we go. Okay, selection done. Let's copy this over here. You can see our scene is growing and growing and getting more interesting with all these different elements. We could actually add some smoke later on. Should I rotate that maybe? Let's see. Arrange. Flip horizontally. Should I put this up here? I could also squish it, of course. Make it longer if I want to. But yeah, it doesn't look really good with that one. Maybe squishing it is nice. So let's see. How does this look? It doesn't really look like it belongs there, right? It's kind of maybe up here. Make it a little bit wider again. So we have also this kind of, you can feel like the edge, or how can I say, the degree the surface is coming down here. So maybe try to adapt it a little bit to that. It's not bad. I will leave it for now. We can change it later on. That's not a problem. By the way, I told you before that I wanted to, let's save real quick. I wanted to do something with the mushrooms in the background. So let's bring them to the front real quick. I will group these elements so it's easier to hide them. And so we have all of them in one package. I will call them house elements. There we go. And then we can hide them. I can go to the background and just select these two cute mushrooms here. I don't even think we need to select them in a lot of detail because we're just blending them with the same kind of background. So theoretically, it shouldn't matter. Let's see, copy, paste. Did it do something? No. I guess I have to, oh no, it did. Okay, it's just my computer being slow. Okay, deselect, Control D, then Control 0 to zoom to the full picture. Move this over here. I will now blend in our house again. There we have it. And now we can see if we want to put them somewhere here. Or maybe closer to the house. Maybe like this. Let's see. Okay, that's a bit too big maybe. Zoom out a little bit. Where's my razor tool? Is here. Make it a little bit bigger. And let's see, what is behind here? So, let's see. Oh, okay. I think I should have selected them maybe a little bit better, but don't worry. Let's make this real quick here. Go down there. Should I? Maybe I shouldn't come up so high here. I should just leave it like that. Okay. Let's see what we get over here. Okay, this is blending together nicely. Let's go in here real quick and still use the lasso tool. Never too late for that. Yeah, my computer is getting pretty slow, as you can see right now. I have to rasterize some of the elements to get back some of the space, or how do you say, work memory. There we go. Let's delete that real quick. Good. Zoom out. Is that interesting or no? Not sure. We can leave it in for now. I can make it better in the next episode, so that's not a problem. I also want to put him like a sitting bench outside of the house, maybe a porch. I want to put in some light. Not sunlight, some light, I'm sorry. A porch light maybe. So that could be interesting. Let's see, delete this a little bit more here. Okay, so it's kind of cute. I don't know, it's kind of cute. I think I want to have this stem in the front, actually. Let's go. Delete this real quick. Okay, that was too much. And a bit more. Nope. Yeah, that's better. I mean, we can still resize these smaller mushrooms. That's okay. Okay, so I think this was long enough for this episode. You can see it's a really cute art style. Next time we're going to add more elements, sitting, bench, some lights, and also put in, like, grade the colors of these different elements so they fit together a little bit better. And yeah, so you can see it's really nice, really playful. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode of this art project. Bye.